campaign. He's 41 now, 42-3. Just having an excellent wrestling season. Great fireman's carry. Let's see if he can keep that arm. He traps the arm, goes around the waist, picks up 2, but no back points. So nice takedown. Now he's going to cut Comrie loose and go back to work on his feet. 1:23 and counting, first period. Again, 10-6 now. Mustangs have closed the gap just a little bit on the Blue Demon. Both showing a little bit of that speed and quickness in those feet of his. Snaps the head of Comrie. Comrie showing a little quickness too. There's a fireman's carry by Holt. Keeps the arm. And let's see if he picks up 2. No back points. But he picks up 2 points again on that fireman's carry. So an outstanding job right there by Nick Holt. 4-1 your score, 58 seconds and counting. So the Mustangs trying to take the lead in this dual meet. And Jamie, I don't know on the backside, Zach on the backside, sometimes his coaches won't wrestle to win these, but they'll let some kids that they brought down, some of those extra kids wrestle. So far, we're not seeing that.
No, it's a good thing that these coaches are letting, these kids that have been in the lineup all year long continue to wrestle to see how far they can go in this state duel. So props to the coaches, props to the kids that are even in the state traditional tournament, going out there and giving their best for their team, not only thinking about themselves for tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. And this is a great warm-up for tomorrow. Now there's a stand-up by Comrie, and Comrie gets warned for stalling. And I don't think no change of position there. Comrie came up to a stand-up, and Holt dropped in on a single, and then back trip Comrie, no change. Thought Comrie broke loose for a one-point escape, but our referee didn't call it. He did pop his hips, and he faced Nick Holt out, but no points there as Holt came quickly back into that single. Well, we're going to start the second period in neutral position, 1:58 and counting. Again, the 2016 state dual team tournament here. And again, this format that some love and some hate. The day before the individual tournament, Jamie, I think the opinion is still out on some coaches love this and some coaches still hate it.
Yeah, and they do. And, some of the coaches didn't even give their kids a chance to get down here. We saw a dual meet last Wednesday in the Class 3A regional duels where a team that hosted and was ranked fairly high lost like 66-11 because they didn't wrestle their starters in the regional duels. So, they're going to, like you said, some people like it, some people don't like it. But as we look over at Nick Holt, he's currently going to pick up a 2-point takedown and a 1-point escape, and now another takedown for Nick Holt. He goes up 8-2 now.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and he's going to cut Comrie loose and wrestle on his feet. He's found some shots. He's found that fireman's carry, that sweep single. He's found that to his liking. Now he's going to optional start. He's going to go around the head and try to hit Comrie with that quick cattle catcher, that whip over. And Comrie is going to block him off with his head and stay square. 1-point escape, 8-3 now. 45 seconds left to go. Can see the Independents do that a couple of times, go right to that optional start, make a triangle with their hands, show the official, then they got to place their hands in the back of their opponent who's down in referee's position. 31 seconds left, Holt in on a single. He stopped momentarily. That gave Comrie a chance to counter him. He's got that Comrie trapped. Looked like he was trying to set up that fireman's carry one more time. Comrie pulls his hand out, now goes to a hard whizzer. Holt's going to switch over to a double, and off the edge of the mat they go, as Holt could not keep his feet inside the ring there.
Take a look at some of the other scores from around the mat. Number one, it's Lisbon leading Sigourney 25-0 as they are at weight class 182. Again, the Class 1A wrestlers started at 138 pounds because they're still in their first round. So Lisbon with a 25-0 lead over Sigourney. Logan Magnolia leads Sibley Ocheyedan 7-6. It's Don Bosco leading Lake Mills 9-6. On mat number 4, Alburnett with a 29-18 lead over Westwood Sloan. On mat number 5, these are consolation semis in Class 3A, as Cedar Rapids Prairie leads Clinton 24-18. It's Waverly Shell Rock leading Indianola 36-3. And on mat number 8, it is Washington leading Sergeant Bluff Luton 9-3.
Yeah, I think we're seeing Indianola letting some of those JV kids wrestle this match. All right, back to action, 8-3, third period. Third period, Nick Holt on his feet, taking on Trevor Comroy from Albia. And Holt having his way on his feet. That's his 5th takedown. He's up now 10-4. He's up 10-4, working a head lever on the right side. Tight waist on the left, head lever on the right. Trying to score some back points here. But you can see what Comroy's trying to do, and that's stay off his back. And we had an official in that first meet call that very, very quickly. I'd like to see this guy do the same, as Nick Holt's trying to pull him in, and Comroy's living on that edge of the mat. 10-4, 1:17 left to go in this match. 10-6. Blue Demons started out with a fall, then a major decision. Mustangs got back in it with a Jake Jewell pin, and Nick Holt's trying to tie this thing up or take the lead. Nice front headlock by Jewell. Reaches through a cross knee pick. Textbook right there, Zach. That was textbook.
Yeah, that's
4:51 fall by Nick Holt.
That's the one thing I like that Independence is doing right here. These are some warm-up matches for these guys for tomorrow, but they're wearing their opponent down, so it's a little bit easier. Once they get them to their back, they're finishing. Earlier on, they weren't against Clarion. They weren't finishing. They weren't able to get any turns, and now they're wearing them down and able to turn them a little bit more easy.
And that's what it's all about. Well, we're going to move up.
Nick Holt's going to pick up the fall in 4 minutes and 51 seconds. He gets the fall to take the lead for the Mustangs. 12-10 is our dual meet score now as we move up to weight class 182. It's going to be Elliot Ryan for the Mustangs. He will be taking on Ben Mason from Albia, who's a sophomore at 24-11. And here's Elliot Ryan in on a sweep single. He's going to try to double off and picks up a 2-point takedown.
And what he quickly does off that takedown is come right to that cradle, and he comes hard crossface. He's got that crossface cradle locked up. And I'll tell you what, he's got Mason on his back. This could do it for Elliot Ryan and the Mustangs. Got to be a fall right there.
I hear boom from that Mustang crowd.
34 seconds, Jamie. So the Mustangs will go up now 18-10. So, they did this the last match and weren't able to hang on to that, cling to that lead. But tell you what, give Clarion Goldfield credit, as they are very salty in those lower weights. And I tell you what, and that's what it was. It was a battle of Independence's upper weights versus the salty lower weights of the Cowboys. And, the lower weights took advantage there for the Cowboys. So we'll see if the Mustangs can keep it going. We're seeing Matt McMillan now at 195. Looks like he's taking on Jacob West, senior at 22-13. So a good opportunity here for the Mustangs to pick up some more points here and build that lead right now. 2-point takedown by McMillan. Nice job. Double leg takedown. Keeps his feet in. Scores 2 as West crawls off the mat. So we will get a restart back in the center. Long switch by West. And there's a nice job by Matt McMillan countering that switch with a tight waist. And McMillan drove West all the way across the mat to stop that switch. Outstanding job there by Matt McMillan. Looking to build a little momentum here today and keep it going for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, and looking at the taking a look here, he's, like you said, building momentum because he's got a tough matchup in the first round tomorrow. He's got is it Maitland from Creston in the first round tomorrow. So, he's looking to get, pick up some steam heading into heading into the first round tomorrow in Class 2A.
Well, you're exactly right. We've seen some coaches that say, hey, this is going to tire those kids out. But we've seen this be a springboard for some kids to get right into the state tournament and have a great state tournament. Nice job by McMillan. He's got West on his back, and West rolls through. West came to a short sit-out, and McMillan snapped him back and didn't quite get a handle on his chin. West rolls through. McMillan latches onto chicken wing on the left side, inside wrist on the right. Got plenty of time. He's got 33 seconds. He jumps over to the right side, does it over the top of that chicken wing. He's trying to grab the chin of Jacob West and pull him to his back. And we're going to stop right there as the referee calls potentially dangerous. And no back points there as McMillan, that wing was getting high. So McMillan will have to reload it. All right, there's the start. With a set. McMillan's going to ride the left side this time. Switch again. We'll get a caution against West. No, caution against McMillan. Looks like West was trying to hit that switch before the whistle started. McMillan now will ride the left side. Good strategy there to jump over. Now hard tight waist. Jumps back over now to the left side. That was good strategy there. You get a guy that's got that good switch. And when you switch sides, Zach, that plays little games with the opponent.
Yeah, usually you can only do that switch to one side. So when you flip, it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Well, no points. A sit-out turn-in by West as the first period expires. It's going to be West's choice. He's going to defer. And Matt McMillan will go down. So the Mustangs fans, Jamie, have played a musical chairs here as they've slid from right underneath us to now right across from us.
Well, they certainly have, and you would almost expect them to. I don't think they're not going to try to watch the meet over on mat 8 or 7 from mat number 6 across the arena. So they'll probably move the next time they come back in here as well. As either they're going to be back on mat number, or they're going to be either on mat number 3 or mat number 4 in the fifth place match or the 7th place match.
Well, it's 5-0. We will go to neutral position here. Third period, 6-0 as McMillan comes out with an escape. Back to neutral we go. And I'll tell you what, you got to get a take. You got to be pushing the tempo here, Zach. It's all about bonus points. You're up 6-0. You got to get after it here. So here's a time where you can't be content with the win. You just got to get after it. Off the edge of the mat they go. A restart. Back in on a restart. Martin with the staggered stance. Now hands low. McMillan. Now we're going to get stalling against Martin. Now Martin with an underhook. Tries to lift McMillan out of position. And looks like West caught an elbow. He's asking the official for a bloody lip. And tell you what, nice low single by McMillan. Grabs the heel of Martin's going to pick up a 2-point takedown. Tell you what, that was textbook right there.
Jacob West is his opponent.
And now West goes to the blood quarter right now. So there you go. We'll take a short timeout, and we will be back as this dual meet is 18-10. The Mustangs have taken the lead. Stay with us. We've got the rest of it coming up on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy Buick and certified pre-owned Chevy Buick GMC and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big town inventory with small town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
Wapsie Valley Creamery in Independence has over 100 years of experience. Wapsie Valley Creamery is a family-owned business dedicated to serving Eastern Iowa farmers. Good luck to all the area athletes from Wapsie Valley Creamery in Independence and Reload Station in Epworth, partners in excellence.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
Welcome back in to the Wells Fargo Arena, along with in-studio producer Rob Edwards, Jamie Vasky. That's what I'm laughing at. They got some jokes going up on the scoreboard of the Jumbotron here, so I got to quit. I definitely can't read any of them anymore. Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed, and Zach McCool back with you as we're back to action at 195 pounds. We're going to get a locked hands on Matt McMillan as he's taking on Jacob West. He leads at 8-1, does McMillan, after that locked hands, as McMillan picked up another takedown. So his second of this match. He leads 8-1 with 7 seconds left to go in this second period. So still has time for try to pick up those bonus points and maybe a major decision.
Well, now they're going to the third period, Jamie. They had the third period. I said, boy, that was an awful fast second period if we were in the third period already. So we will go to the third period right now. And 8-1 lead. You got to build. You got to continue to build on that lead. The Mustangs are ahead 18-10, but they found out that, it's never enough in that first duel. So they're still working. They're still battling. There's a nice cradle by McMillan. He's got Jacob West going to his back. And boy, West kicks out of it. That's a 2-point near fall, though. So now you're up 10-1, and you're working on a major decision. Boy, you just got to grab. That's time where you got to just cinch in on that lock, squeeze that lock, pinch those elbows together, score the fall with that cradle.
I thought he had the fall. I mean, it was close. If our official's down there right away, I think he calls it. But McMillan going right back to work here on top. Now he's going to work for a half Nelson. So, you got to. Oh, that's got to be a pin right there. There it is. As Matt McMillan picks up the fall, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. The fall for Matt McMillan, and the Mustangs are going to go up 24-10.
Well, that was just a deal about switching pinning combinations and finding one that works. And anytime you can get a half Nelson in that deep, guys, and tee out, you're going to score a fall.
Absolutely, and he kept going to that cradle that wasn't working, so he went right back to he went to a little more, just traditional move in the half Nelson, and he picks up the fall. So that's the fourth fall in a row for the Mustangs as they go up 24-10 as we move up to weight class 220. And it's going to be Hunter Crawford from Independence. He's taking on Trevor Blackford from Albia.
Well, Trevor Blackford is a senior, and he comes into the dual team tournament at 14-9. I'm not sure how he did in that first duel with New Hampton, but he's got 14-9 checked out on the program that we have for us. And again, the state does an excellent job. We've got this beautiful program that's got some good information in there for us, helps us out a lot, gives us the wrestlers, their names, their grade, their records, and it's just a nice publication that helps our job, makes our job very, very easy up here. Well, Hunter Crawford's got to get going here. Got to keep this Mustang tempo up and a win here, because the next match, number 1 Carter Isley for the Blue Demons, is set to go at heavyweight. So the Mustangs need to pick up one more win here, but a very tough task here as Trevor Blackford, I tell you what, he's a stout young man, fills that singlet up at 220. And again, Hunter Crawford weighing in at 195, so giving up some pounds. So he's got to do an excellent job at, Zach, not letting the bigger opponent get on top of him.
That's right. Once again, we talk about, different angles, not letting him get on top of his head and continue to move, his feet, not continue to stay flat-footed. So he's doing a pretty good job right now, but he needs to continue that throughout the entire match.
Well, he just had a single, nice snatch single by Crawford. He switches off to a double. He left his head down, So we'll see if he can get his head back into position. Well, he's got to post that knee and run around to the left side, Zach, and he's going to lose his grip on that. Now he re-grips that right knee, trying to get his head to the outside. Now he steps over the left ankle, and he's going to pick up 2. That was a good job of switching directions by Crawford. Now a switch by Blackford off the edge of the mat will not pick up any score. So a nice job by Crawford there to finish that shot. I'm surprised he picked going that direction. I'm surprised he picked up 2 with it. But he stayed with it, and that's a good thing.
That's exactly right.
All right, referee's going to talk to both wrestlers here for a second. Hunter Crawford sporting that mask. Has got a facial injury of some sort, but sporting that mask, very difficult. It was a nice back trip. As Blackford came to his feet, Crawford dropped in on a single, picked the single up, and then back tripped. Blackford almost picked up some back points, but ran out of time. Looks like Crawford over to Blackford, and Blackford will choose down to start the second period. The second set looks like Crawford will ride the left side. Nice job. Tight waist, that left arm. Has Blackford belly down in the middle of the mat, trying to on the left side again. Independence has done in this duel and a half of locked hands by Crawford. We're going to give up a point right there. You can kind of see that coming.
The easiest point in wrestling right there is locked hands by your opponent.
Well, Blackford, give him credit. He just came. He just went right to a bear crawl, crawling off the edge of the mat, and Crawford latched around his waist, locked him up, and now it's 2-1. So if you're Hunter Crawford, you got to get that point back somehow. And usually you're going to have to find. There's a nice crossface to far arm. Crawford's got a butcher. He's got Blackford and a butcher. He's rolling Blackford to his back. He's up on top. Let's see if he can get the fall. That is tight. 120, a lot of time to settle in if you're Hunter Crawford. Referee's scooting himself around to the backside of Blackford so he can see. How is that not a fall? There's a fall right there. 2:48. Hunter Crawford will get the job done for the Mustangs as he slaps Trevor Bickford to the mat in a butcher. Tees out on him. And I'll tell you what, that's the way to keep the momentum going. 30-10 now in favor of the Mustangs. So good job by the sophomore from Independence, Hunter Crawford.
And the 5th pin in a row for the Mustangs as we're going to move up to a heavyweight now. And is that Larkin? That is Larkin out there as he's taking on Carter Easley from Albia. And here's Easley quickly with a 2-point takedown.
And Jamie, I watched Albia play football, and you know what position Carter Easley played?
Running back.
He dotted the I and the tailback. So you got a 285-pounder playing tailback, and he's got Austin Larkin in a cradle. And I'm telling you what, guys, there's not been too many people that have manhandled Austin Larkin, but Carter Easley is doing that right now. And threw Larkin in a cradle, picked up 3, and now he's right into a butcher, a hard cross face from left to right. He picked up a butcher. He's got Larkin in trouble right now. 1:12 to go. I tell you what, he's going to bump his hips. Larkin's doing everything he can to keep his chest down and pull that cross face off. But I tell you what, Isaac's very, very physical up on top. He's not a big 285-pounder, Zach, but he's very powerful and very explosive.
Yeah, he's very lean for a 285-pounder. It's a lot of muscle right there, and he's a tall, big guy right there that moves very, very well.
He's got a chicken wing right now on Austin Larkin on the left side. He's trying to run the wing. Now he digs an inside wrist on the right. He's trying to run that out of 45. He does. He's got Austin Larkin on his back. I'm telling you what, that is physical heavyweight for Albia. I can see why he is 33-0. Larkin has 25 seconds left to fight off his back, and he does. Nice bridge by Larkin. He rolls off his back. Isley quickly jumps over to the right side, slaps a half Nelson on Larkin. Trying to get teed out, 9 seconds. Referee down, looking close, looking for the fall. Not sure if he'll get it. He's got 4 seconds. Isley's got 4 seconds to try to get the fall. Larkin doing everything he can to stay off his back, and that's going to do it. 3-point near fall for the senior from Albia. Got the tree trunk legs there, Jamie Vass.
Yeah, he does, and he's doing some things that heavyweights you don't normally see heavyweights do out there, and he's he's quickly going to come up to his feet to start this second period. He leads it 11-0, and Larkin, he's trying to get angles and trying to lift and return him, and there's nothing he can do with him. He's so agile, and he comes up so quick. There's not a whole lot Larkin has been able to do.
I'm not sure I'd want to be the linebacker trying to fill a hole with Carter Isley with the football guys.
I'd run the other way.
I think the only thing you could do is ankle bite.
I'll tell you what, you better hit him low. And hang on for dear life. I'm telling you what.
I don't know. Roger, I saw this guy sitting in between us take down, you remember Taylor Mansfield from Decorah?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Yeah, I remember that one time. Zach put a good block on him one time, and I don't think Zach knew what he was doing, but it just happened to work out.
Yeah. Notice you said one time.
Yeah, we can look at the tape of what happened later in that game, too.
12-0, Carter Isley up on top. Back to neutral we go. I'll tell you what, this would be huge if Austin Larkin, we talk about not giving up big points. Larkin's doing a great job. He may give up the tech fall here. I'll tell you what, that point may come down to be very, very important. It was a 2-point takedown by Isley. It's 14-0. Right now, 1:06 left to go in the second period. Again, Larkin fighting. Larkin doing a great job keeping his hands out in front right now, keeping his chest down. We might get a stalling call. Here comes a chicken wing by Isley as he scoops that left arm. Larkin getting his hips up on top, but Isley's going to run that out of 45. Could be a fall this time as he scoops. That's got to be 2 right there. Larkin's back down to his chest. That's got to be a tech fall it is.
Just a tech fall?
Just a tech fall. And I'll tell you what, that's saving a point, guys. And that's what winning dual meets is all about. Technical fall, Jamie, in 3:23. 3:23.
That's going to make our dual meet score 30-15 in favor of the Mustangs. And the Mustangs there won 5 matches in a row, all by fall. And so that's going to go a long ways, especially with Austin Larkin not giving up the fall there. And just the tech fall. And now we're going to drop down to the little guys and start with Holden Griffith. At 106, he's taking on Aiden Reeves from Albia.
And another tough opponent for the freshman from Independence, as Reeves is 29-1. And notice, Jamie, he is also a freshman. I'm telling you, that freshman class at 106, he's ranked number 1. That freshman class at 106 is just brutal.
It really is. And, we're going to see, we saw that at the district meet. We had Grant Hager from Beckman, Holden Griffith from Independence, and Ryan Phillips from West Delaware. And I think Colton Anderlich from Crestwood was a freshman as well. So, there's, like you said, that freshman class is very good.
And there's some good guys that stayed home, and this is one of them. But I'm telling you what, Reeves out with a half Nelson inside wrist on Griffith. Is very, very physical. Could be a fall here for Reeves. Griffith trying to roll through in a high bridge. And Reeves reaches down and grabs that left arm of Holden Griffith and tries to readjust. He's got a headlock on, but it's kind of it's not a traditional headlock. There's the fall in 106. Aiden Reeves will win by a fall in 106, making the score now 30-21.
Still a stop the bleeding.
That will.
Time to stop the bleeding here as we go to 113. Probably see Jarrett Orr for Independence.
And then our program is Storm Little. He's a junior at 21-9. Here's where the Cowboys made a run last meet, Jamie. Kind of the same song, second verse. And we've got to have a Mustang step up and get themselves back up on the board here. And hopefully it will be Jarrett Orr for the Mustangs. Again, he's a sophomore at 29-12, taking on a junior at 21-9. So They'll throw the records out the door here as Orr is trying to pick up a 2-point. He does pick up a 2-point takedown. Nice double leg as he pops his head to the outside and then covered up the hips of Little. And Little trying to long switch. And Orr does a nice job popping over to the opposite side. And off the edge of the mat they will go. So Little readjusts his shoelaces. Again, the Blue Demons wearing their blue, red, white, and blue singlets. Royal blue, red, and white. Enrollment 911 is 260 kids. So what? There's a nice cross-face cradle. Jared Orr with a nice cross-face cradle on Storm Little. There's the fall. There's the fall for Jared Orr in 37 seconds, Mustang fans, as he slapped a cross-face cradle on the junior. And, Zach, that's what happens when you stand up with your head down.
Yeah, absolutely. He fell right into that one, and Orr did a nice job of capitalizing on it right there. That was a quick put right to the back and put him right, and it was a quick fall by the referee.
So with 4 matches left to go, the Mustangs take a 15-point lead, 36-21. I'll tell you what, there comes a headlock. That's got to be Colin Fischels with a headlock. He picks up 2. He's taking on Gage Wilson. He's a freshman at 9-22. So, you know, guys, looking at that, you just got to get out and get after this match if you're Colin Fischels.
Yeah, you really do. And, you know, he's, he's a senior, wrestling in his final competition as a Mustang. So he's trying to take advantage of it here and looking for a fall.
He's got the cross face back in again, picks up another 3-point near fall with the cradle, and he's making a living on this cradle right now. His textbook steps over the left leg, goes to a cross face from left to right, drives the head to the knee, just like you teach it, just like you see it in the video. We're seeing it from Colin Fischels, and he's got Wilson on his back one more time. Let's see if he can settle in right now. He's got a minute left. Wilson kicking back and forth. Like to see Fischel step over that left leg. There's the fall right there, 105. Jamie Vasky, Zach. That's the way to get it done right there. Get that pin thing going. It's 42-21 with 3 matches left. So the Mustangs, mathematically, the Mustangs will win this, Jamie. So we will see them come back for that 5th and 6th place match, and that's a good thing. You know, if you can't get yourself on the front side, the next best thing is to put yourself in position for that 5th and 6th place win today.
Well, it is, and it's still too early to see who they're going to wrestle in this in that 5th and 6th place match. Currently it's 15-14 over here with Washington and Sergeant Bluff Luton. Washington leading 15-14. So going to move up to weight class 126. It's going to be Jacob Wolf from Independence taking on David Morris, the freshman from Albia.
This will be another match where if you're Jake Wolf, you're a senior, you're wrestling a freshman, you just got to take advantage of the age difference here and just get in, get after it, get it over with, and get yourselves ready to, you're going to eat a bite after this match is over, and then get yourselves rested up to come back at 4:30. So 2-point takedown for Jacob Wolf. And a 1-point escape by David Morris. Morris is 21-12, so having a good freshman campaign for the Blue Demons. Jacob Wolf, one of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors in that Independence lineup. And I'm telling you what, a great season by the Mustangs. They're going to have some huge holes to fill next year, Zach and Jamie.
Yeah, they are, and they're going to, they've got some depth coming up. Going to be, I don't know if you're going to call it the rebuilding year, but you might be, it might be a situation where, they're definitely going to have some kids, coming back, some kids that are going to make a difference. But definitely you're losing a lot of good wrestlers after this season.
Well, you are, and you find out it's very, very difficult to replace seniors, and that's always the challenge when you're coaching, is to keep these cupboards full, and sometimes that's a lot easier said than done. Well, an escape and a takedown by Morris. He takes a 3-2 lead now with 34 seconds in the first period. Jake Wolf came out very, very quickly. I'll tell you what, Morris is going to throw Wolf on his back, with a half Nelson and an inside wrist. And the senior from Independence is going to give up 3.
Grab that head.
And Morris throws a cross body right in. Wolf was trying to tripod stand up and grab his head and pull it under. But after that early takedown, Jake Wolf finds himself down now 6-2. And Morris with a cross body right in on the right side, and a power half Nelson trying to crank Wolf over to his back. He may be picking up some near fall and saved by the Cowboy as our first period winds down. Defer by by Morris, and Wolf will go neutral, and he's got some work to do to get himself back into this match. So what a bull rush there by Morris, and Wolf has to take a couple of steps backwards. Off the edge of the mat they go. Right back to the center. Referee blows his whistle. And Independence sporting their all-maroon uniforms today with the white pinstriping around the legs and the shoulders, with the white eye in the middle of their chest. There's a underhook by Morris. I'll tell you what, he's going to snap Wolf back down to the mat, cover him up for another takedown, 8-2. So Jake Wolf made that first takedown look very easy, Zach, but it's been all David Morris since then.
Kind of went slow motion on us. Hasn't been doing much, kind of laying around on the mat right now, and that's not what you want to see out of your wrestler, only in the second period, down 8-2.
1:11 left to go. Morris up on top now, working a half Nelson again. That's that mental aspect that we talked about. You get up early, now you're down. You got to tell yourself that's what you practice for. That's what your 4 years in the wrestling room was all about, getting yourself back into the match and doing something great for your team. So Jake Wolf fighting to do, as David Morris is now up 8-2 with 56 seconds left to go in this second period. Again, we started at weight class 1 with weight class 138. Coach Doyle, he's got this meet in hand. We'll see if he can alter his lineup a little bit as this thing winds down. 35 seconds left. Morris up on top, right in an inside wrist, double inside wrist. He's got 2-on-1 right now and just hanging on, riding parallel. See if our official makes him work a little bit with that 2-on-1. Now he goes to a double inside wrist. And a sit-out turn-in by Wolf, trying to get his head up, trying to get out. 13 seconds left to go. Could see third period, 8-2 lead. Wolf, nice job as Morris gets high riding. Wolf reaches up, grabs his arm, and tries to pull him underneath, trying to come out the back door for a 2-point reversal, and not going to happen.
Taking a look at some scores from around the matches, Alburnett defeats Westwood Sloan 47-27 in the first round in Class 1A. Over on mat number 1, Lisbon leading Sigourney Keota, or is it just Sigourney? And Sigourney Keota 44-11 over in mat 1 as they're at 120 pounds. Just 2 matches left to go there. Sibley O'Cheaton leading Logan Magnolia 25-13. It's Don Bosco leading Lake Mills 37-18. And over mat number 5, these are consolation matches. Waverly Shellrock leading Indianola 49-6. Final team score over there, Prairie defeats Clinton 46-36. And of course, in the mat that the winner or loser of that match where Independence will have, it is Washington leading Sergeant Bluff Luton 21-17.
Well, some close duels.
And a 2-point takedown for as David Morris from Albia chooses neutral to start the third, and it's a 2-point takedown for Jacob Wolf.
And that was a very, very nice fireman's carry by Wolf, and
going to make the score 8-4 now in favor of Morris.
And he didn't keep the arm on that fireman's carry. Would have had two and more. But Morris slipped the arm out. Now stand up by Morris. It's 9-4 with 1:09 left to go in this match. Jake Wolf some catching up to do. They got a 5-point move, guys. He's back in the match. Set that fireman's carry up, keep the arm, and get the 2 and pulled Morris on his back, and now you're back in this match. It's tied up with a minute to go. He's been in that fireman's carry twice. One time he made it work for a takedown. The other time he couldn't finish it.
And Independence leads the dual meet 42-21 as we have this match and 2 matches after this. As we'll see who the Mustangs send out in the next 2 matches, as they have 3 wrestlers over there warming up. And we'll see who they send out, if we'll see Drew Davis or Tanner Erickson Dale in that next dual meet, or if we throw in a wrestler, a JV wrestler who's put his time in, as they don't show anybody here. Independence's lineup does not show any extra wrestlers, so we will, if they do send one, we'll have to see who it is.
And I wouldn't be a bit surprised. You know, Jamie, you want kids to get experience down here, and there's no better way to get that experience than to let them wrestle on the mat, on the well, in front of a large crowd. You know, that's something that we interviewed those seniors at senior night at West Delaware this year, and probably 90% of them said one of their favorite memory was being down here as part of the dual team tournament.
Absolutely. As Wolf in on a shot, they're going to go out of bounds. Almost picked up a 2-point takedown. It's 9-5. Favor of Jacob Wolf, as there was a stalling penalty, 2 stalling calls against Morris, so that's going to give Wolf a point. He trails by 4, and he's going to go for a headlock, and Morris is going to come around the backside and pick up a 2-point takedown, and that's how the match is going to end. 11-5 win for David Morris over Jacob Wolf, and that's going to make the team score now 42-24 in favor of Independence, as Albia picks up their 5th win of the dual meet. As we move up to weight class 132. Coming up at weight class 132.
It looks like Tanner Erickson Dale.
Tanner Erickson Dale taking on Kobe Toms.
He's a junior at 16 and 16 in our program. So winnable match here. Winnable match here for Erickson Dale. They're not qualifying for the state individual tournament, so you just got to get out. You know, this will be, you got this match and then one more of your junior campaign, and then the Mustangs will look to Erickson Dale to be one of those leaders coming back next year in that Mustang wrestling room. 143 and counting, just underway. Staggered stance by Kobe Morris, leading with that right leg. He tries to attack that double leg of Erickson Dale. Dale will have to fight him off.
Kobe Toms.
Cody Toms. I have Kobe Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh, Thomas.
I have Cody Thomas.
Thomas.
Do you have Toms on track wrestling?
Oh, you said Morris.
Yeah, you said Morris.
I said Cody Morris.
Yes.
Or David Morris.
He just got done wrestling.
Yes, that's what happens.
It's almost like you need it's almost like you could use a computer monitor.
I could. You know,
and that's just another part of how our morning went.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
But we're getting there.
We are. We will get a
So
jump.
it is Thomas, Kobe Thomas, taking on Tanner Erickson Dale, and it's Kobe Thomas with a 2-point takedown over Tanner Erickson Dale. He leads 2-0. 55 seconds left to go in the first period.
Yes, indeed. We'll get it all straightened out. We will be flying high for this last duel at 4:30, and then we'll be ready to go tomorrow.
I blame Zach.
Yep.
All right, 37 seconds left. Kobe Thomas up on top, riding a tight waist, controlling the hips of Erickson Dale. And I'll tell you what, drives Erickson Dale off the edge of the mat. Physical Thomas. He's 16 and 16, guys. Looking at that record, you know, you got an opportunity. You're a 500 guy there. You got, if you're Erickson Dale, you just got to get after it, Zach.
The thing is really, these guys aren't having books in front of them, knowing what your opponent record is, knowing what their grade is or anything like that. So you definitely got to come out here ready to go and get after it, no matter who it is.
Well, yeah, you know, that's the name of the game. You know, if you're not an individual state qualifier, this is going to be the last day of your season. So nothing to hold back. And, again, you're trying to – there's a nice fireman's carry by Erickson Dale. He keeps the arm. He's got 2 for the takedown and 2 for back. What a nice move by the junior Mustang. He picks up 2 and 3, just what the doctor ordered. He's up 6-2. short time, good strategy, great shot. I'm telling you what, that was sweet.
Absolutely, as it was, like you said, right at the end of the period, so he sensed that urgency. He saw an opportunity where maybe Thomas was maybe relaxing a little bit, going to head into the second period, and really took advantage of it. Nice job. Great job there by Tanner Erickson-Dale.
Well, he's got a nice, he's got a 1-point escape, and hope that's Thomas with a 1-point escape. Erickson-Dale had that fireman's carry set up, but he ran off the edge of the mat. He's doing a great job getting an overhook on the right side of Thomas and working head position. And I like what he's doing with that overhook and then getting his head in good position, and opens up that door for that fireman's carry. And the referee's going to call Thomas for
fleeing the mat or stalling.
I don't know.
They might have gave him fleeing the mat because I don't think he had a stalling call.
I don't think he did either, but Erickson-Dale had him going there. Now collar tie by Erickson-Dale, retie by Thomas. Thomas going to work now, heavy on the head. Erickson-Dale doing a nice job, snapping that head, trying to get back in on that shot. 7-3 is our match score. Our dual meet score again is 42-24 in favor of the Mustangs. 56 seconds left to go in this second period. Again, we've got the 1A first round, 2A, 3A second round. They'll have a short break, and then they'll come back with some wrestling in the afternoon. 39 seconds in, counting, second period. Thomas now with a front headlock. Erickson-Dale doing a good job trying to set up a Kelly. Then it climbs the body of Thomas, and Thomas goes off the edge of the mat. That fireman's carry one more time on the edge of the mat. Thomas wisely steps his foot outside the edge, and they'll get a restart. High crotch by Erickson-Dale, latches onto the right arm, goes right back to that fireman's carry. He's got two. Let's see if he can pick up back point to miss the half, Jack.
Another takedown. That's the second for Tanner Erickson-Dale, 18th on the dual meet for Independence, as Erickson-Dale goes up 9-3 with 8 seconds left to go in this second period. It'll be Erickson-Dale's choice to start the third, as that's going to do it for the second period. It's 9-3. Taking a look at dual meets from around the mats, Lisbon leading Sigourney Keota 50-11 now. Mat number 2, it's Sibley Cheatham 25, Logan Magnolia 16. Mat number 8, Washington leads Sergeant Bluff Luton 24-17. And on mat number 6, Waverly Shellrock with a 55-12 lead over Indianola. As Class 1A dual meets that are wrapped up, Alburnett defeated Westwood Sloan 47-27. In Class 2A, again, those two matches going on right now, and Cedar Rapids Prairie defeated Clinton 46-36 in that consolation semifinal.
Well, you see that on the backside. Once again, on the backside, some of those coaches will choose to wrestle some JV guys in the lineup, give them some opportunities. Some have and some haven't. A couple matches over very early, and this one's still going on. This one started at 11. It's very quick at 64 minutes into it with a match and a half left. Good action by Erickson-Dale as he is on the attack.
And he chose neutral to start the third period.
He did. It's 9-3. A takedown would make this a major. So looking at some bonus points. Mustangs don't need the bonus points as they will win this duel. But, that's a pride thing. It's for Erickson-Dale, Jamie and Zach, this is a match to springboard into next year.
Yeah, it really is. And, that's especially with Tanner Erickson-Dale just being a junior, he's going to go into next year, and he's going to be looking to improve on this season and possibly get into the state tournament next season. But again, that 132-pound weight class at sectionals and districts was outstanding.
That was brutal. That 106 and 132 were just absolutely brutal. Good kids staying home, and Erickson-Dale is one of them. 26 seconds left in this match, and Erickson-Dale slips, falls to his knees, and Kobe Morris on the attack drives Erickson-Dale right into the Independence cheerleaders, and they scramble 18 seconds. Ericksondale still trying to pick up a 2-point takedown. It's going to be stalling warning now against Thomas. Now Thomas in on a double. 8 seconds left, trying to get his head to the outside. Ericksondale doing a nice job with a down block. Laces flat, stuffing the head of Thomas. That's going to do it, 9-3 win.
Nice job there by Tanner Ericksondale as the Mustangs now go up 45-24. Their 8th win of the dual meet. And again, they're going to win this dual meet, and they'll take on the winner of Washington and Sergeant Bluff Luton.
Well, we'll see if we see Drew Davis or not, Jamie. The Blue Demons have Dominic Morris. He's a freshman at 23-14. We will see Drew Davis. Drew Davis will take the mat for the Mustangs. The rest of the freshmen is 23-14. Again, the Blue Demons have 4 freshmen in their starting lineup in those lower weights, so they may be a team to be reckoned with in the future also. Not sure that was a takedown. Davis out very, very quick, and thought he had Dominic Morris for a 2-point takedown, missed it. There's a nice fireman's carry by Davis. He lost the arm once again and couldn't dump Morris on his side to his back. That should be 2 right there as he tries to hit a go behind. He does, and hits might have been a premature 2-point takedown there, but Drew Davis is going to take it. He scoops the arm of Dominic Morris. He's got 2, trying to set up the double spur on Morris. He's got the left arm, or the right arm scooped. Now he reaches back and grabs the chin. He wraps his right arm around the head of Dominic Morris. 1:12 left to go. He's going to try to readjust himself, and Morris will try to roll through. That should give Davis an opportunity to readjust himself. He does. Let's get the fall there, Drew Davis. Slap the mat. Readjust yourself. 55 seconds left to go. And we'll see if Drew Davis can pick up the fall and end this thing. He's going to readjust himself. Morris trying to roll out of it. If you're Drew Davis, you're in great position. He's going to try to step over. And Morris doing a good job keeping that right shoulder up. Davis needs to readjust. He's got trying to go chest to chest and having just a little bit of difficulty because Morris is doing a great job rocking back and forth. 28 seconds left. Morris rolls through. Davis tries to slap a half Nelson in on him. And I think Morris is going to roll out of his pinning combination. There'll be a 3-point near fall for Drew Davis as he will go into the second period. 12 seconds left, though. He's still got a chance to adjust one more time. Switches off to a cradle now. Nice adjustment by Drew Davis. And the first period is going to end. 3-point near fall. 5-0 lead. Good first period for the senior from Independence.
Lisbon defeats Sigourney Kyoto over there 61-11, the final team score there. So they will move into the semifinals. And Don Bosco with a 52-24. No, that's not what the score that they gave us. Don Bosco with a 52-24 win. Yeah. Now they're correcting their score. 52-24. Don Bosco defeats Lake Mills. In Class 3A, Waverly Shellrock defeated Indianola 55-18.
124 and counting. Davis up 7-1 now. In deep on a single. Going to try to elevate Morris. And Morris latches around the waist and through the legs, locks his hands. Davis will have to try to pop his head out to the right side of Morris. Might have a stalemate right here, Zach. Scramble position unless Davis. That's a nice job right there. Good little rock back, and that gave him some space. He popped his head out and scored the 2, 9-1 now, working on a major decision.
And Davis is just doing a great job right now. 53 seconds left to go in the second, and he's already got a major decision. So he's doing a great job. 9-1. He's kind of, you talked about building momentum earlier. He's kind of building momentum into that a rematch of the match he had in the first round with Tanner Abbas from Clarion Goldfield. So still, like you said, building that momentum and heading into Thursday's opening round starting at 6 o'clock.
Well, nice job by Drew Davis. He's got Morris on his back one more time. Short sit by Morris. Nice snap back by Davis. He finishes in a headlock. Now let's see if he can get the fall this time. 24 seconds. He's going to have to hustle. He's going to readjust and get his chest up on top this time. Referee down looking close. Morris doing a nice job rocking back and forth, keeping that right shoulder blade up.
Readjust there. That should do it. There's the fall for Drew Davis. 351.
351. Very good. Very good.
The Mustangs are going to win this duel. Final score 51-24. So they'll move into the 5th and 6th place match, and they'll take on the winner of Washington and Sergeant Bluff Luton. It's currently 27-17 in favor of Sergeant Bluff as the Mustangs win this dual meet 51-24. We'll take a break, come back, we'll recap this duel and get you on your way as the Mustangs now will not wrestle again until 4:30 this afternoon. As again, they'll take on the winner. As 4:30, they'll wrestle in the 5th place match over on mat number 4. We'll be right back. You're listening to Independence State Dual Wrestling on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Riker Shoes is your specialty shoe store in Dyersville. They carry women's shoes to size 13 and men's shoes to size 18. They now carry Marl and Clark brand shoes. Riker Shoes are open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9 to 6. Wednesdays, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday, 9 to 4, and evening by appointment. Best of luck to all area athletes from Riker Shoes in Dyersville.
AK Sports in Manchester offers team apparel, screen printing, hunting and fishing supplies, and more. Get your game on with AK Sports, your local sporting apparel store, and more in Manchester.
Bi-County Disposal Incorporated specializes in commercial and construction disposal needs. They have a variety of containers available from 2 to 30 cubic yards. Whatever it takes, Bi-County Disposal Incorporated in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Dyersville offers high-quality eye and whole-body nutritional supplements that will help maintain a lifetime of healthy vision. Visit the Woodland Eye Clinic at their website at woodlandeyeclinic.com or find them on Facebook.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
For all of your auto, home, health, and life insurance needs, it's American Family Insurance Tad Mormon Agency on East Main in Manchester. Best of luck to all the area athletes and coaching staff from American Family Insurance Tad Mormon Agency in Manchester. Your dream is out there. Go get it. They'll protect it.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kelleher's Jewelry in Monticello has been serving the surrounding area for over 18 years. Before you make Kelleher's, a diamond of perfection deserves a jeweler of equal distinction. Choose Kelleher's Jewelry in Monticello for your jeweler today.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
Pete's Small Engine Repair are proud to support all the area athletes in tournament action. For all your small engine purchases, repairs, and rebuilds, call the Small Engine Experts. Pete's Small Engine Repair. Congratulations from Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
Bi-County Disposal Incorporated specializes in commercial and construction disposal needs. They have a variety of containers available from 2 to 30 cubic yards. Whatever it takes, Bi-County Disposal Incorporated in Dyersville, serving Dubuque and Delaware counties.
Absolutely. We are here live in the Wells Fargo Arena, downtown Des Moines, Iowa, as the Independence Mustangs punch their ticket to that fifth place duel here in the 2016 Class 2A state duels. Along with in-studio producer Rob Edwards, Jamie Vasky, Roger Reed, and Zach McCool back with you here as the Mustangs defeating Albia in that consolation semifinal, 51-24 the final, and another dual meet that lasted 1 hour and 14 minutes. Both of their duels so far have lasted an hour 14, and they will come back and wrestle at 4:30 this afternoon against the winner of Washington and Sergeant Bluff Luton. They have 2 matches left to go as Washington leads Sergeant Bluff Luton 27-23. Roger, that's a good rebounding duel for the Mustangs after that tough loss in the first round.
Well, yeah, and we talked about which team would show up coming right back after that 3-point loss to Clare and Goldfield. You know, you wanted to be in the front side of that. You want to be fighting for that gold trophy. Well, you're not going to fight for that now. So what team would show up? Well, the Mustangs showed a little heart, a little courage, come back, and they came back, got the job done 51-24. And, you know, that's a lot about mental toughness. Let's go ahead and recap this dual meet. We started at weight class 145, where Seth House took on a very, very good Bryce Leshen. Well, Leshen won by a fall in 136. That put the Blue Demons up 6-0. Moving up to weight class 152, Luke House took on Blake Lawless and lost by major decision 11-3. The Blue Demons had a 10-0 lead at that point. Then at 160, as he always does, Jake Jewell was the stopper as he won by a fall in 346 over Brett Martin. That closed the gap to 10-6. Weight class 170, Nick Holt using 5 takedowns, finally winning by a fall in 451 to put the Independence Mustangs up 12-10, taking their first lead of the duel. Then at weight class 182, Elliott Ryan cradling up Ben Mason, winning by a fall in 34 seconds. That widened the gap to 18-10 in favor of the Mustangs. Weight class 195, Matt McMillan taking on Jacob West. McMillan using a couple of takedowns and also winning by a fall in 452, putting the Mustangs up 24-10. Weight class 220, Hunter Crawford taking on Trevor Blackford. Crawford doing a very, very nice job working himself out of a scramble position, coming out on top, winning by a fall in 248, put the Mustangs up for good 30-10. Weight class 285, Austin Larkin running into a real buzzsaw in top-ranked Carter Isley. It was a technical fall by Isley at 16-0. That gave the Blue Demons 5. It was 30-15. Weight class 106 found Holden Griffith taking on another tough opponent, top-ranked Aiden Reeves. Well, it was Griffith losing by a fall in 106. Closing the gap was the Blue Demons, 30-21. Jarrett Orr, again, widening the gap, taking on Storm Little. Jarrett Orr winning by a fall in 37 seconds in that first period. The score was 36-21. Weight class 120, Colin Fischels also won by a fall in 105 over Gage Wilson. The Mustangs doubling up the Demons at that point, 42-21. Weight class 126 found Jacob Wolf in on the downside of an 11-5 decision. David Morris topping a Wolf, 11-5, 42-24 at that point. At weight class 132, Tanner Erickson Dale winning 9-3. That gives the Mustangs 3 more, 45-24 was your score. Then at weight class 138, the fine senior Drew Davis winning by a fall in 351, making her final score 51-24. Well, the Independence Mustangs had 9 wins, and also with those 9 wins, 8 falls. Out of those 9 wins, 8 of them were by fall. The Mustangs had 20 takedowns to the Demons 14. The Demons did have 2 falls, and they won 5 matches. Major decisions, Independence had 1 major decision. The Blue Demons had 1 technical fall. So that was the tale of the tape with Jamie. The Mustangs came out. They fought hard. They got the win. Now they're going to wrestle.
still going over there.
Still going on, so we don't know who, but we know they're going to be wrestling at 4:30.
And they've got
one of those
they got
teams.
2 matches left to go over there. Sergeant Bluff Luton now leads 29-27 over Washington. So trying to make a comeback is Sergeant Bluff Luton. But we will have the Independence Mustangs versus one of those teams, and in the 5th place match at 4:30 this afternoon. So we've got quite a break coming up here, as we will be back on the air a little before 4:30 this afternoon, as we will have the hold-by-hold action of that duel between Independence and the winner of Sergeant Bluff Luton and Washington. That's going to do it for us. I want to thank the sponsors, our tournament sponsors, and sports boosters for the great coverage that they allow us to provide of the state wrestling tournament. Without them, of course, this wouldn't be possible. I want to thank Janelle Tucker and Rob Edwards for running the board for us this morning and into this afternoon. And most of all, thank you, the listeners. For Roger Reed and West Delaware State Champion Zach McCool, I'm Jamie Vasky, and you've been listening to Independence State Dual Wrestling on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Skogman Realty would like to congratulate all area athletes and coaches on a successful season and wish you the best in tournament action. For your real estate needs, contact Christine Baldwin, your local Skogman Realty agent in Manchester, at 920-9194.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply Free Checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Edgewood Oil Incorporated carries all major brands of lubricants and case oils. They carry a full line of industrial oil products, aviation oils, and antifreeze, XL brand lubricants, quality oil priced right. Edgewood Oil also carries methanol, mineral spirit, and washer fluid, and are a direct distributor of Camco brand lubricants. Edgewood Oil Incorporated in Manchester, open Monday through Saturday.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great